This video tutorial will show you how to download and use Zotero. So what is Zotero? Zotero is an open source referencing manager that can be used to create, store, and organize your references. You can add in-text citations to your essay in Microsoft Word in your selected style, and you can create reference lists and bibliographies. So to download Zotero, just go to zotero.org and click on download. Once you have the application successfully downloaded here, come back and install the Chrome connector. Once you have the Chrome connector successfully installed, you should see the plugin up here. If you can't, check on the extensions here. Maybe it's a case that it's just not pinned. So for example, when I unpin it, it's gone, but click on your extensions and you'll see it there and pin it. So once you have Zotero going, come down here and launch it. So you can see here I have lots of folders. I've populated mine with a lot of items. You can organize your folders any way you would like. You can see in mine I've named them after essays. So I have Irish history essay, essay for social care, community, mental health. So whatever way you would prefer, you can do it. If I click on a folder, it'll bring up here in the middle panel anything that I've saved into the folder. And if I click on an item here, over on the right, I have the descriptive details. So here I can see item type, book, title, etc. So let's create a folder. I'm going to call this test folder 6. And we can see it's empty. And for some examples, I'm going to import items to Zotero from EBSCOhost and JSTOR, which are two of our popular online platforms. So go to the Carlow College homepage and click on Library. You can access EBSCO a few ways. If you click on our collections, you can access it there from our list of online databases, or you can access it through the library catalogue. I'm going to go here. So over on the right, just log in with your student number and your PIN. If you haven't got your PIN, contact a librarian at librarycc@carlowcollege.ie and they will send you out one. Once you log in, you'll see the EBSCOhost logo here. Just click on it and you're into EBSCO. So I'm going to do a search. Type in social care and Ireland. So here's an ebook. I want to save this to my Zotero. I just click on the title and up here I go to my Zotero plugin. By default it's selected test folder 6, but I could go to the drop down arrow and you can see all my folders there, so I could save it to any folder I like, but I'm going to save it to my test folder 6 and click done. Now when I go into Zotero, there it is. I can see item type, title, author. Now it's very important to cross-reference and make sure that it has actually imported everything correctly. Zotero actually doesn't know what source it's looking at, so it presumes this is the title, it's presuming this is the author, but it can get it wrong. So it's up to you to go into your Zotero and cross-reference and make sure that everything is correct. So I'll go back to EBSCO and this time I'm going to do another search and I'm going to type in supervision. And here we have a journal article. So I'm going to click on the title and come up here to my plugin and save it to test folder 6. And I go back into Zotero, there I can see. So again, just check that the item type is right, journal article, the title is correct. Scroll down here, I can see the DOI is included, so it's got everything I need. Now I'm going to go to JSTOR. I'll go back to the catalogue. I'm just going to click on the logo to access JSTOR. When you're accessing JSTOR from home, you will need to log in with the user ID and password. And again, you can just contact a member of the library staff for this. Go to advanced search and I'm going to type in this time James Joyce and fiction. Submit. Here's a journal article I want to save. And again, I come up to my plugin and save the test folder 6. I go back to Zotero. There I can see item type journal article, title, authors. It's got the URL. I'll need this for my reference, and so it's got the details that I'll need. Now I'll just show you an example of a newspaper article. Sometimes JSTOR doesn't pick up that it's looking at a newspaper article. So we'll go to the Guardian. I'll click on this. And I'll click on this article here. So I'll save this. The icon hasn't changed to what looks like a newspaper article, so I don't think it's recognizing it as a newspaper article. When we save it, we will see. And when I come in here to Zotero, so I can see there item type web page. So it hasn't actually picked up that it's a newspaper article. Now remember, you can't double click on this and you can change. So I could select the correct item there, newspaper article. So you can manually change this. I could add the author in there, but you see how important it is to just double check and make sure it's actually done it correctly, because this will have an impact if you're using Zotero in Microsoft Word to create in-text citations. If it hasn't imported it correctly, then it's not going to be correct in Microsoft Word. So now I'm going to open up a Word document and we'll create some in-text citations and a reference list. So up here I can see Zotero. The Microsoft Word plugin should be installed by default once you install the Zotero application, but sometimes this doesn't happen. And at the end of this video, I'll go through how you can install it manually. So I'm just going to write some sample text. I'm going to click on Zotero and I want to add a reference here, an in-text citation. I click on that. So once you open up a Word document for the first time and use Zotero, you can select what style you want to reference in. So here's the Harvard style. Click on this if you want Harvard. It also has MHRA there. And if I scroll up, it also has APA for psychology students. So I can click on that. But for this example, I'm going to use Harvard. So you'll get this search bar here. If you know what you're looking for example, I know I have an author called Moffat in there. So if you know the author or if you have the title, you can type it in there and it will bring it up. But if you're not sure, click on this drop down arrow and go into Classic View. And now I can see all my folders. So I will just click Test Folder 6 and I want to reference this book here. Just click on it and click OK. And there's my reference generated for me in Harvard style. Perhaps it's a direct quotation I want to reference. In this case, I'm going to need a page number. Again, I will go to Add Edit Citation. Click on my Classic View. And I will go to this journal article. Maybe it is page 6, for example. I'm just going to put in 6 there. And there we have it in Harvard style, referenced with the page number and everything. I'll do one more. Add Edit Citation. Click on the drop-down arrow, Classic View. This time I'll go to Social Care 3 and we'll use this book. And there I go. So it's very easy. Now, if you want to generate your reference list or your bibliography, just click on Add Edit Bibliography. And it does it for me in alphabetical order. So if you want to add more items to your bibliography, all you have to do is again click on Add Edit Bibliography. Over here on the right are the items already there. So if I wanted to add this journal article, Just click on it and then click on this green arrow. Maybe I want to add an item from this folder. Again, click on it, click on the item you want to add, and click on the green arrow. And it puts it in there for me. And I just hit OK then. And again, it does it for me in alphabetical order. So you can see how much time that will save you. But again, you have to make sure that everything is in Zotero correctly because it will impact the information that's going to come up here. So lastly, I will just show you if it has not been installed by default, the Microsoft Word plugin, you can just go to Edit, click on Preferences, go to Site, and then click on Word Processors. And you just click on this Install Microsoft Word add-in. Once it's installed successfully, you should see Reinstall Microsoft Word add-in. So if you would like any further assistance on Zotero, just contact the library at librarycc@carlowcollege.ie. You can attend one of our many workshops, or you can always arrange a one-to-one with our librarians.